reason why pro writing is a problem is because it comes with violence. We can go back. You can say we can go back just as recently as in the 1990s, where a man in Jasper, Texas. Hold on.
Nobody did nothing to you. Ain't nobody.
You're right. I'm one person, but think about it. In Jasper, Texas, a man in 1990. Hold on, Anton. Let me finish here. Hold on. I'll gladly answer your point. I'll gladly answer your point.
I want to hear real.
Imagine being a black man and you're defending racism.
What y'all done read about.
I didn't read about it. I lived in Texas at the time. I know the cousin of that person it happened to.
Married a mixed son. Who did racism?
Nobody's done violence to me, but as a black, as a whole, I've experienced black violence.
I never did no shit. You ain't never had no violence against you. You purposely went and got you a snow bunny, and you ain't never had shit done to you. Stop that shit.
I've been pulled over by police for racially profiled. I have had things happen to me.
Lord Jesus, help him now.
And I'm not being a victim about it, but we have to understand the context that these things happen. People are still getting hung and lynched just as of the 1970s in the South. What are we talking about, man?
Listen.
Violence was occurring. Violence is still occurring. Look at Ahmaud Arbery.
Experienced any violence against you?
But I might not have. I've been blessed and fortunate enough not to happen. But look at Ahmaud Arbery. That just happened.
You're not a victim, and nothing happened to you.
You're right. I'm not a victim, but you have to understand the context. Can we talk about Ahmaud Arbery? Two white people rolled up on him and shot him.
Ahmaud Arbery. The fact of the matter is, you don't want to address what the white man said in that video. You want me to play it again for you?
No, I can address it happily. Black people are not the most racist, but it's just what's coming out of them after hundreds and hundreds and years of white people.
So you're saying that the white people today is basing their views of how they see black people off of hundreds and hundreds of years of slavery.
No, I'm saying black people are reacting.
They woke up and changed one day.
Right.
You think they woke up and changed their mind?
Do you want
they still pissed saying got slaves? They still upset.
Why wouldn't I evaluate people based off of who they are?
The thing. You want to say black people?
If I evaluated people based off of what their grandparents and their great grandparents were, it would be an injustice because it's not a fair assessment of who a person is. You can't evaluate people based off of what something happened in the past.
Anton, you don't understand.
This is why Carmen said what she said. Because when Carmen is married to a black man, you hateful heifers went at her and got mad at her for being with them because the inherent nature of who y'all are is not healed. Y'all need to heal. Y'all talk about all of this therapy and shit. Y'all talk about all of this shit that y'all going through in order to make a better person. Go tell your therapist I'm a hateful black woman and I need to heal from shit that I never experienced and that my parents put in me to hate somebody else that I never even knew and met. Go do that shit.
Just because you weren't there to historically
that's why people have a problem with y'all.
Okay,
that's
I guess
marry y'all.
But also, Anton, I'm gonna call you out again for being hypocritical because I didn't caught the morning show quite a few times. And I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. A few times you done talked about being pulled over, and you kind of alluded to the fact, well, I know why they pulling me over. Why they pulling me over?
I ain't never said that shit.
Yes, you have.
I said every time that I got pulled over is because I was doing some shit I wasn't supposed to do. I show my ticket. I said,
you talk about having certain vehicles with driving in certain neighborhoods.
You ain't never heard me say no shit like that.
You've alluded to the fact of being pulled over in these luxury vehicles and cars out of
doing 95 and a 70.
No, you have alluded to the fact. Well, I know why they pulling me over because I'm a black man with this nice car.
You're lying. You're lying. You ain't never heard me.
Why are you so riled up? What's so wrong
with you? On that morning show. Yes, you have.
You are lying. I ain't never said that I got pulled over because I was
black.
Yes,
you have alluded to that.
You are lying more than I ever said.
No, I'm not.
How did I get pulled over for being black if I was doing 95 and a 70?
Do you think anybody has ever gotten pulled over for being black?
Hold on. Because
or you think that just don't ever happen?
Stop. But sometimes it be the black cop.
Stop.
Yeah, a black cop is the worst cop. I know.
How did I get pulled over for being black when I showed my ticket for getting pulled over for doing 95 and a 70?
Anton, what I'm saying is that you have made comments that insinuated that, you know what, I ain't even gonna say nothing, but usually if I'm being pulled over in the type of vehicle that you're in, you have alluded to the fact, well, I know why they're pulling me over. And you kind of left it at that.
You're lying. You're clearly
no.
lying.
You haven't alluded to that. And you talked
If
about
he said he know why they pulled him over, it could have been because he knew he was doing 90 and a 75.
How can I say that I got pulled over? Listen. No. Because you know how I know you're lying? All of my cars is blacked out. You can't see in the front of my car. I will show you pictures right now. From the Cybertruck to the Mercedes to every single car that I have is blacked out. You can't see in the inside of my car at all. At all. On none of my 12 cars can you see in the inside of my car. I will call my daughter right now. It's impossible for you to see in my car. So if that is the case, and I'll show you the most recent video that I recorded of my car. The latest one that I got pulled over in. You can't see in it at all. How did I get pulled over for being black?
You didn't come out right and say that, but you insinuated it.
So I insinuated it.
I've been saying that since the rip. I said that since I made the statement, Anton.
No. First you said
I've said that since I made the statement.
What does that matter, Anton? It doesn't matter.
Because you can't fucking see in my car to tell what I am. How can I say I got pulled over for being black if you can't even see in my fucking car?
Nobody said you got pulled over for being black. I said you insinuated it.
Y'all want to be victims so fucking bad, bro. You want to be.
I'm not a victim. I'm doing very well for myself. I'm not a victim at all. But I understand that there's some black people that are struggling due to redlining and things that have occurred.
This is the latest car that I got. You can't fucking see in this bitch. You can't see in nothing.
Yes, you can see in it.
No, you can't. You cannot see. This is the front of it. You can't see in my goddamn car. It's black the fuck out.
But technically, you can't be pulled over for that because that's illegal in most cities, in most states.
You can't pull me over for.
But then who typically gets black tint? Black people. So therefore, you can.
I'm gonna find all the rest of them too.
Nah, you can't say that only black people get black tint. We can't do that.
Not only. I didn't say only. I said who majority gets all blacked out tint.
Most people mob out their cars, especially when you have a nice.
No, not
even in Texas. In Texas with trucks, white people up here definitely, whites and Hispanics definitely black out their windows in Texas.
About in Detroit.
You're trying to.
Everybody's been on that.
It's my tents. Black people, only black people get it because it's hot. I live in Georgia.
I never said only. I said majority.
You see how they're trying to get
this is the Mercedes.
You're switching.
This is how blacked out the front of my Mercedes is.
Not the majority.
You can't see in the inside of my fucking cars. That's the last car that I got pulled over for on the freeway. That's the front of it. You can't see in any of my cars. None of them. Hold on, let me get the other ones.
That's great.
I want y'all to understand something.
You trying to have us understand, or you trying to flex the car?
This the mechanic. You can't see.
We got money.
Out of my car.
Y'all heard what y'all just said. Now you're accusing him trying to flex. That goes all the way back to the genes. Your perspective of him showing the
love.
tent,
It was just
you
a
feel
joke.
like he's flexing.
I think you took that way too serious. It was just a joke.
Nah, you can't say that. You've been way too serious.
You can't say that I said something and I didn't say it. Like y'all.
No, this is all love.
I said insinuated it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me find the other.
Anton's my role model.
I've been saying that. I
want to be like Anton when I grow up with all the money.
Well,
no, don't.
You married a white woman.
Don't deviate.
Hey, but hold on, let me say that the reason why. The reason why it bothered me is because of the fact that I felt like I was falling into a stereotype. A successful black man gets a white woman, and I know I'm going to quote Anton's favorite best friend, Dr. Umar. There is a likelihood that money does not go back into the black community. And so as a black man, I feel as you have to move the black community forward, even if it's 0.5%, you got to do something as a black person to move the culture forward. And so that's what caused
it's a Cybertruck blacked out. You can't see in the inside of it.
For
me, you're supposed to take me in.
For me, I was just confused because Beanie was talking about eugenics, the black community being pro-black, and then we found out you married a white woman. So it didn't align with what you were saying, because did you realize that this sentiment that you're having, did you have it after You got married after you got divorced because you still follow under a stereotype. You're divorced.
Sure.
So it's a broken home. So you say you don't want to follow under a stereotype, you still fall under that.
Sure. But y'all are also proving the point as well that Beanie can't be pro-black because he married. Like, why is that so shocking that he can be pro-black and was married to a white woman? I'm trying to understand.
Because usually on this panel, when people have talked about being pro-black in the past, that they have to stick within their own race. So that's what's been said on here. So we're just taking what's been said from people that are pro-black and sticking within the black community, and we're going with what they said. So honestly, for my opinion, what other people have said, he's not pro-black because he
is now. One could say he is.
No, he's still not that. He's still not that. He married a white woman.
And that's fine. I mean, that's your personal.
I'm just basing it on what people have said. What do y'all think? Do y'all consider him still pro-black? Now he's went back into the culture.
I've always been in the culture. I've always been in the culture, so that's why it's not like
that thing. You can talk about the other people. Can you just hop in and out when you want to?
No, because how is you marrying a white woman and having a biracial son moving forward the black community? The whole point is to grow the black community within the black community nucleus. So how did you do that?
Sure.
You said exactly.
And moving forward, you still cannot be pro-black because you have a biracial son. So now you don't like the white part of your son. I
never said I don't like white people.
Oh, you said they're the enemy. At first, you said the enemy before you found out.
I said somebody could.
How is you have
that's
a
how society would deem it as
correct? So how you pro-black now because you have a biracial seed? He is going to contribute.
Sure, 1,000%. So
to the white family.
So let me explain a couple of things. I never said that. I mean, I'm not going to say my true views on our Caucasian brothers and sisters because that would probably get me canceled from my workplace. But
so it's in a negative light. But you think that now, or did you think that before you married a white woman?
I've always had that. What do I want to say? I don't want to classify it.
What type of white woman?
We already get the context, what you think in a certain manner, but I
don't think that. Hold on. Let me clarify a couple of things. Let me clarify a couple of things. I don't think they're enemies. I think they can be looked like as you're going with the enemy. Same thing with like a Jew messing with a German. I mean, a Jew messing with a German. It can be classified, looked at as that same sentiment.
But looked at from who? Are you thinking about what the people? So you're caring what the public thinks about your.
No. I'm saying when black women, before the question was when black women look down on a black man for having a white woman, it can be perceived as that. I'm not looking at myself in that scenario. So a couple of things was I learned a lot about myself through my failed marriage. I learned that you need to have a vision for your family. You got to think about what you're looking for in that marriage before you pull that trigger. And so going through those things, I didn't think about that beforehand. I was just like, all right, yeah, she rocks with it. You know what I'm saying? She rocks with me. This is dope. I didn't forecast out what my legacy was. I was living in the now, not thinking about the future. And so therefore, you can gladly say that since I do have a biracial child, that I can never be a part of the black community. But the thing is a pro-black person is put. I know, but I'm saying, but the definition that I look at with pro-black is you're putting the love of black people before any other race. And so therefore, I continue to try to put black people ahead in everything that I do, supporting black businesses, employing black people, trying to advocate for black people and educating black people on the history so they can be better equipped to not fall to the same roadblocks and minefield that we had in the past. So that's the reason why I say being pro-black.
Can pro-black people pick and choose where to be for the culture? Can they hop in and out? I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
But Benny, wouldn't that make you racist? You said that you employed black people, you spend black money and black. So why would you not employ a white person?
So I mean, I do employ.
If they're qualified, you have two candidates, and the white candidate is clearly the most qualified for the job, and then you just say, "I'm I'm pro-black, so I'm going to
hold on. See now we're playing word semantics. No. So hold on. I'm gonna say this. Hold on. Let me say this.
One of your bullet points, you employ black people. So if
correct.
Okay.
I also employ white people as well.
You employ them because
I employ white people as well. But so that's the thing about it. So I employ white people and black people.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? If the white person is the favorite, is the better candidate, of course I'm gonna go that route. So therefore, it's not about me being racist. And also I don't believe that black people, well,
that's not you being like this. So you get to
you don't believe what? Finish that statement. Black people can be what?
I'm not gonna finish that statement.
So you get to choose.
I'm not gonna be on record saying some things.
Where you pro-black and versus not. So you employ white people. So does, in your eyes, in your opinion, does that make you still pro-black?
Because I employ white people, I have to employ white people. Like, what do you mean?
But you just see.
I work for a corporation. Like if I
think you get to pick and choose where you're pro-black and where you're not pro-black.
You own your own company, Beanie?
No, I don't.
So you don't employ people. People have employed you.
No, both ways, because I'm in upper management. So therefore, I have direct reports under me.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, that's the reason why I can't just be like, no, I'm only hiring this particular style. Now I might have preferences, but I don't necessarily only do one or the other. That's not, you can't in a corporation in America in capitalism. You can't be
favored based on race. Yeah, we know that.
Right.
You got to remember the reason why he's scary is because the reason why he don't really want to say what he really feels.
You get fired.
Like I said earlier, it's because he got to be accountable to somebody else because it ain't his company.
You're correct. Unfortunately, I'm not at the point to where I am fortunate enough to be my own boss.
Y'all got to read between the lines.
Yeah, he can't say what he got to say.
The hate is real.
I don't hate anybody. No, hold on.
Nah.
We gotta cut that. We gotta cut that narrative. I don't hate anybody.
You censored yourself. That's why you stopped yourself.
Because of the fact that I don't want to open up Pandora's box.
You shouldn't. You should just be quiet because you ain't really what you say you are. And
how am I not?
You got to make sure that you get your pay, and I support you on that. Get your paycheck at the end of the day, but we know what you're really about.
But how am I not what I'm about?
Because if you were about what you was about, you would say what you feel and what you think. Right. But you know what you feel and you think can hurt your job.
Like that.
Right.
Okay. See that, and you exactly.
Well, why do you think he can't do that? What do you think is the reason why he can't speak freely?
I'm talking to Benny right now, and it's exactly what I said earlier. Y'all don't really want to say what y'all really feel because y'all can't.
I mean, if you want,
why do you think so? Why do you think they can't?
Yourself to a system where you benefit off of the very people that you hate, but secretly deep down inside, y'all don't really want. So I'm sorry. So you cloak it in the whole idea of being pro-black.
I don't hate anybody. So for the record, I don't hate anybody.
And in reality, you don't really fuck with white people, but you need them, and so you.
That's not true at all.
And that's why you censor yourself because you can't really say what you really feel.
But why do you polarize it? I don't think.
No, I listened to his whole situation. I listened to the whole situation. If we had a white person up here that was speaking exactly like that, and then he stopped himself, and before he said it, and he used this exact same situation, and we applied it to white people, y'all would automatically say that they was racist.
Yep, because he would think something.
You would automatically say that they were racist.
I would think it.
Yep.
And so you can't sit here and play no games with us because we ain't stupid. And everybody know, and just because you ain't saying it out loud don't mean that we don't see it. Y'all racist as fuck. That's what it is. Y'all hateful. You can.
But I thought racism didn't exist.
You can laugh and giggle all you want.
But I thought racism didn't exist. I thought we were making it up.
And this is why white people are
now
saying
we're the racist ones.
If a white person did what you did, their head would be on the fucking stick. Because y'all evil.
Wait a minute. So you think calling out racism and calling out systemic racism is evil, but racism itself is not? That doesn't make any sense. Like, exactly how are we the ones that's evil when we have no history of being evil to anybody else just based on their race alone? We've never done anything to earn the type of hate that we have gotten historically in this country. I don't understand. And I don't understand why you feel like just because we weren't marching on a plantation or marching in the 60s that we can't talk about it. That's like saying men can't talk about patriarchy because they didn't create it, or we shouldn't teach the Holocaust because we didn't live through it. We need to know history so that it doesn't repeat itself. So you can't sit here and say if that's the case, then we don't need to talk about any history then. But it's something specifically about Black history that you got a chip on your shoulder about. Every time we speak the truth about the history of systemic racism as it pertains to Black people in this country, you up in arms about it. You more mad at us about talking about it and how we want it to end than the construct of racism itself. And it's weird as fuck. It's like, why do you do that? It's okay, but being a racist is evil, it's hateful. And these are things that have been inflicted upon Black people for centuries, okay? It's just a historical fact. You can't say we can't talk about this kind of history, but okay, we're talking about everybody else's history.
You know when you're done.
What is it about this one that gets you so...
The reason that Benny shut the fuck up is because he been pushing back all night. But when we started to get into the weeds and you let that nigga talk for a little too long, then he had to start catching himself because he didn't want to actually expose.
Hold on, Anton. Hold on, Anton. No. Listen, you don't have to. We ain't finna do that. No. I ain't shut the fuck up.
You don't have to defend yourself. Keep your job.
No, I do, because of the fact that now you're saying I'm some puppy with my tail between my legs. That's never that at all.
Oh, you absolutely touch your tail between your legs. That's
no, not 1,000. No, because of the fact that here's the thing about it.
Say what you was gonna say.
You really want me to say it?
Yep.
No, don't get.
Here's the thing about it. So fine, I'm not gonna get canceled for it. No, I'm not gonna get canceled for it because of the fact that it's not something that's polarizing.
Don't change.
Here's the truth about it. Here's the truth about it. I believe that through history and through evidence of what's going on right now, a person can believe that a large majority of white people are prejudiced or racist to some degree. Now, they might not be full KKK, but they might participate in microaggressions. They might say, "Oh, I voted for Obama twice," or "I got a Black friend." So that's what I was going to say.
You lying?
No, 1,000%. That's what I was going to believe. That's what I was going to say.
You lying? You fucking lying? Nigga, you censored yourself. You changed that rhetoric. You rethought that.
No, I did.
It ain't nothing in that would then cause a.
What do you mean? If I say a large majority of white people can be borderline racist, that is huge.
It was nothing in that rhetoric that you just told me that you feared in saying something different. What you was originally gonna say was way different, and it's cool.
No, it's not.
Listen, bro. Listen, you ain't built like that, and that's cool. You can't fool me. You can't fool somebody like me. I done been around the block and I done seen it 1,000 times. I done had a lot of these conversations. You ain't saying what you really want to say.
Mm-hmm. You ain't been on nobody block.
And stand on that shit.
I am standing on it. What you mean? That's what I was gonna say. So Anton, you hold on. We gotta stop the whole
my fucking house is right there. I gave you a tour of my hood. So I don't want to hear that shit. We all from a hood. That ain't what we talking about. You ain't built like that, and you ain't really want to say that shit because you still employed by the man that you hate so much.
I don't hate nobody.
Yes, you do, nigga.
No, I don't. Anton, so hold on. We gotta say this. Hold on, Anton. If you are telekinesis and can read my mind, nigga, you need to put that on YouTube because of the fact that if you know what's in my mind and what I'm gonna say, that's bigger than any website that you sold. Any way you masked your wealth.
Some of it probably came from your previous relationship. You got trauma you need to heal, big dog.
No, dog. Not at all. Not at all.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You got trauma that you need to heal. You ain't never been interested. Let me tell you something. I know your spirit. You ain't never been interested in a Black woman prior to now.
Really?
That's how. Really?
Okay.
You ain't never been interested in a Black woman prior to leaving your ex-wife who was a white woman.
That's not true at all. That's emphatically, that is emphatically incorrect.
It's 1000% true. And
Not at all.
I know it to be true. And listen, you could say that I'm wrong and we can go back and forth, but we know it. You know it, and every woman on here know it too. Every fucking woman on this panel know it. And I'm the only person that's gonna call that shit out. So now you came back to the black side.
Not at all. I've always been on the black side.
You
married a white woman 5 years.
You came back to the black side. Now you fucking pro-black because you left. And don't sit here and give me that shit talking about you left because you wanted your son that you had with her already to experience it. Like everything you said up here is fucking cat, bro. And y'all women up here, the Jesses, and y'all fucking rolling with this shit. And y'all smart. Jess, you smart as fuck. As pro-black as you are, and as much as of a difference that we have, you know what the fuck is going on. You know his type. You've seen it before. You could tell by the way he talk. It's all of communication is more than what people say. It's motherfucking body language. It's all of that shit. He ain't never thought about a goddamn black woman up to this point. He married that woman. And he left because he wanted his son to experience black. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, good for you for coming to
y'all so fake.
Jazz, speak on it.
You gonna come on this motherfucker?
I mean, what is it? I don't understand why we attacking this man.
Then come all the way correct, but don't fucking gaslight because I paid attention to all of this.
No, it's okay. It's okay. He can. It's okay because he thinks he knows. Now, I feel like it's projection going on, but it's okay though.
Projection of what? I ain't never married a white woman.
It's because your hate for black. No, it's your self-hate for black people. Because you always talk about, I hate black people. I hate you niggas. Okay. I hate black culture. But yet you come from Detroit, nigga. What are you talking about? One of the blackest places on the planet.
Check it out, Q. Now this is the beautiful part, right? Now we getting him out. Now you come from Detroit, nigga.
I've always said that before.
Now you come from Detroit, nigga. You don't even talk like that.
Yes, I do. What are you talking about? I said that before.
You ain't talk like that the whole stream.
Yes, I have. I've said that before as well.
No, nigga. No, you
did.
Yes, I have. I promise you I have.
Now you
play back the tape. Play back the tape.
He said,
I heard it. He did say the N-word more than once.
Exactly. Thank you.
He did. Now I'm gonna call it.
He has been prim and proper this whole stream.
No, I said the N-word before. What do you? I said nigga before. What are you talking about?
Benny, let me tell you something, Benny.
Beanie looked like he worked in IT. Come on.
Yes. Yeah, talk to it, Q. Now we getting there.
Come on.
So now we go. So now we doing what white people do. We talk. We y'all doing what y'all saying black people doing. Looking at perception and saying that I do like this. I act like this.
That ain't how you talk, Benny. You're a leader in sales. You're in upper management.
Fucking difference doesn't make what he says.
Because he wouldn't have said this around his wife.
Yes, I would have. 1,000%.
He wasn't talking like this around his wife.
Yes, I was. So here's I'm gonna tell you a real story. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you a real story. Real story. Hold on, real story. I grew up in Texas.
How would you know?
Hold on,
Benny. Hold on. Give me a second. Say it again. Do it how you did it the last time.
No.
Put the bass.
Anyway, look, here's a real story. Here's a real story. So I grew up in Texas, right? So in Texas, you call Hispanic people essays. So I would say that all the time, and my wife was like, "No, you shouldn't say that."
Black people, what are you talking about? Black people
you don't
like, what's up, essay? What are you talking about?
Say it again.
Okay.
I may have said that before.
No, I have heard the term essays, and it does have a
negative.
No.
I have heard that.
But I said that to like my friends.
Say what up, my nigga?
We're okay.
Why would I do that? Why would I entertain you? But but here's the thing about it. You're deflecting because I called you out on your self-black hate.
No, I'm not deflecting. I don't care.
You are.
Anybody. Listen, I've been doing this for what, 5-6 years? I've been called all of the shit in the world. That's not new to me. I'm used to it. I know your type, nigga.
Okay.
Listen, you could keep on trying to
Anton Daniels.
This shit works in corporate.
You should do the
this works in corporate when you can redirect the conversation by asking a question. That shit don't work here. All right.
That's fine. You're Anton Daniels.
What I know for sure here is that you ain't never, ever been interested in the Jesses and the Jazzes. That ain't.
If you say so. Those are beautiful women. No, if you say so. I will let you. I will let you have that, Anton. I will let you have that, Anton.
You ain't never been. They're not your type.